There's this moment in every health journey where you realize something simple and uncomfortable and liberating all at once. Your life is built on choices. We often believe that our health is built on big, dramatic choices, but it's not. It's built on the tiny ones. The ones that you make when you're tired, stressed, running late, and trying to keep everyone else afloat. The "this doesn't matter" choices are the ones that really matter. The ones where you're holding your life together with one hand and stirring dinner with the other. And your choices aren't random. Your life is being shaped in the moments of mundane, insignificant choices that you make every single day. Every choice you make is a vote for the person that you're becoming. If your life is full, loaded, and busy, and all the choices you make are putting you at the bottom of the list, welcome to today's episode. As Coach Val says, your next choice matters, and today we're going to talk about the science of choices, the psychology of excuses, and how your daily decisions shape your health, your energy, your confidence, and your future self. Welcome to episode 47 of Making Mel Health in the Hustle. This podcast is a place where motherhood meets muscle, ambition meets exhaustion, and figuring out how to prioritize my health journey into the insanely beautiful chaos of a busy life is what I talk about. Some days it'll look messy, and other days flawless. But no matter what kind of day I'm having, I can assure you I will tell the truth and do my best to give you some good ideas and insight to help you prioritize your own journey. So let's talk about what's actually happening in the brain when you make choices. See, when you make a choice, any choice, there are three major systems in your brain that light up as a control panel. The prefrontal cortex is the long-term logical thinker. This is the part of your brain that plans and organizes, evaluates consequences, and helps you act in alignment with your goals. It's the part that says, I want to feel strong and I want to nourish myself. I want to show up for my future self. It's really the grown-up in your brain. And that's the one that needs to stay in charge. That region of your brain is really heavily involved in the decisions you make, like meal prepping and going to bed on time and choosing protein over convenience or getting your workout done even when you don't feel like it. That's what happens in the prefrontal cortex. Then second, you have the limbic system. That's your emotional kind of accelerator. This is the part of your brain that reacts really fast. It's emotional, it's impulsive, it's wired for survival, comfort, and immediate relief. This is the part of your brain that houses the amygdala. And that's the one that behaves like a demanding teenager when you're stressed out and it gets in charge. It handles your brain like any other teenager would. It's led by stress, anger, tiredness, or boredom. And that's why emotional eating happens. This is why skipping a workout feels easier when you're overwhelmed, or why the couch wins instead of going out to take that walk. Then the third system is dopamine. That's the teacher. See, dopamine doesn't just reward you when you do something. That chemical fires when you anticipate reward, and it teaches your brain what to repeat. Every time you choose something, anything at all, dopamine takes note. Oh, she did that? Well, let's make it easier next time. Let's make her feel good. That's why small, steady wins matter so much. Your brain is always learning from repetition. So let's normalize something. Human beings are not rational decision makers, in case you missed that. We are emotional and overloaded and distracted and often exhausted decision makers. Your brain prefers immediate comfort over long-term benefit. And this is why the donut wins over meal prep. This is why the couch wins over the gym. And it doesn't even show up in the big moments. It shows up in the tiny end-of-the-day moments. Let me tell you what happened last night. I had every intention of cleaning the bathroom before bed, so it was off my list of things to do for today because I have a really busy day ahead. But, as usual, the day ran long. I quit work a little bit later than normal, and it ran right into my coaching last night, and I ended up having dinner at 8 o'clock. Then my studies took longer than I thought. So at 10 p.m., when my alarm went off to remind me it's bedtime, I'm standing in the kitchen grabbing some sourdough pretzels to get through another 15 minutes of study. I was tired, out of time, and I tossed the pretzels in the garbage, realizing this is probably not the best pre-bed decision for me. And that's what happens when the brain's overloaded. It takes you to the pretzels instead of finishing up your day and getting ready for bed. Which brings me to the second piece, mental overload. When your brain is overwhelmed, your quality of decision-making drops. This is why you make better choices on a calm Sunday morning than a chaotic Wednesday night. Or why you choose to scroll on Instagram instead of making lunches for the next day. Your brain just gets overwhelmed and will focus you on the easiest choice, like skipping the gym on a rainy day after a rough day at work, or swinging through the drive-thru instead of going home and cooking what you planned because your workday ended an hour later than usual. Once your brain is overloaded, the words that you use matter even more. Because the way you frame the choice can pull you towards your identity or away from it. So, how a choice is presented changes how you respond, and it impacts the choice you make. Like, should I work out? Versus, what version of myself am I showing up as today? Or, I have to work out, as opposed to, I get to work out. Or, I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. It's the same situation. It's just a different way to frame it. And that's the shift. From debating the choice to becoming the kind of person who makes it. Because when the question changes, the answer gets easier. So let's talk about excuses for a minute. Excuses are not failures. They are psychological defense mechanisms. They protect your self-esteem. They reduce discomfort. They help you avoid something that feels threatening, overwhelming, or too heavy in the moment. Excuses show up when you feel like you don't have control, or you're not doing well, or you're just emotionally tapped out. They're not signs of weakness. They are signs of overload. But here's the truth that might set you free. An excuse is just an unmade choice wrapped in protection. When you shift your identity, the excuse loses its power. Get specific so you're not making decisions on the fly. Give yourself a couple of good options and build confidence with the small wins. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend, especially on the hard days. You don't need to eliminate excuses. You need to understand them. And once you understand them, then you can choose differently. Better choices don't come from motivation. They come from better systems. Make the healthy choice the easy choice. Prep the protein ahead of time. Keep the water visible, or lay out your gym clothes the night before. Use cues. Start your sentence as, I'm someone who does whatever it is you want to do. Your brain listens to those things. Dopamine loves consistency. It doesn't care about intensity. So give it things to use that will help build you towards your future self. And reframe your questions. Not, should I do this? But, who am I choosing to be right now? Or, I get to do this. Life is not a lab experiment. You're juggling real life, parenthood, work, ambition, exhaustion, school, relationships, responsibilities, and your own healing. Chronic stress literally changes the brain. It reduces flexibility in the circuits that help you think long term. It strengthens the circuits that push you towards quick relief. And that's why intentional choices feel harder during storm seasons. Not because you're failing, but because your brain is protecting you. But the brain can be trained towards intentionality through repetition, through compassion, through identity, and through those small, steady choices that make all the difference. So here's what I want you to take with you today. You don't need perfect choices. You need ones that align with the life that you're striving towards. If you want to run a 5K, your next walk matters. If you want to be around for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, then your next bite matters. If you want to pick up your grandchildren well into your 70s and carry your own groceries or pull yourself out of your own bed, then the next heavy thing that you pick up matters. If you want to love the life that you're living every day, then the next moment of gratitude, joy, and appreciation that you intentionally speak out matters. Every choice is a vote, and every vote counts. Every day is a chance to choose again. Your health journey is not built on those dramatic moments. It's built on the quiet ones, the ones that no one sees, the ones you make when you're tired, hopeful, frustrated, determined, or somewhere in between. You are not at the mercy of your past choices. You are empowered by your next one. And you can choose the version of you that feels strong, nourished, grounded, and fully alive. So make your next choice matter. Until next time, onward and upward, my friends.